While the world watches drone strikes over the Middle East, a far more dangerous explosion is happening inside the global financial system. It's March 2026, and we are one major escalation away from the total collapse of the US dollar as we know it. Most people think this war is about territory, but it's actually about the Petro-Dollar. In today's 20-minute deep dive, we're going to show you the top-secret red line agreement that was just broken, and why your bank account is now in the crosshairs of global superpowers. And stay with me until the very end, because I'm going to reveal a specific, silent asset that the world's 1% are buying right now to survive the coming oil shock. An asset that doesn't rely on the internet, the grid, or the US government. Let's look at the numbers the media is ignoring. Iran has officially threatened to shut down the Strait of Hormuz. For those who don't know, this is a tiny 21-mile-wide channel. 20% of the world's oil flows through here. If a single tanker is sunk, insurance rates for every ship on Earth skyrocket 500% in hours. In 2026, global supply chains are already fragile. We calculated that a 10-day closure would send WTI crude to $250 a barrel. That means in America, you aren't just looking at $10 gas. You're looking at a world where a loaf of bread costs $15 because the trucks can't afford to move. This is the energy trap, and it's being sprung right now. Why is this war different from 1973? Because of BRICS. In 2026, Russia, China, and Iran have created a digital alternative to the SWIFT banking system. For the first time in 50 years, nations are buying oil in yuan and rubles, not dollars. As the Israel-Iran conflict intensifies, more nations are fleeing the dollar to avoid sanctions. This is the de-dollarization tsunami. When the world no longer needs dollars to buy oil, those trillions of dollars come back home to the US, causing hyperinflation like we've never seen. Your savings aren't just losing value. The currency itself is losing its status as a global leader. Now, let's talk about why the stock market hasn't crashed yet. The answer is Project Sentinel. In 2026, the Federal Reserve is using high-frequency AI to buy the dip every time war news hits. They are trying to hide the panic. But this is artificial stability. Behind the scenes, the IRS AI is now tracking capital flight. If you try to move your money into gold or offshore accounts too fast, your transactions are flagged for emergency review. The government knows the collapse is coming, and they are building a digital fence to keep your wealth trapped inside the system until the reset happens. So, how do you protect your family? You need to move from paper wealth to hard wealth. 1. Strategic commodities. In a war economy, things you can touch are king. Look at fertilizer, copper, and wheat. 2. Energy independence. Solar and off-grid tech are no longer just for preppers. They are essential financial hedges. 3. The exit plan. Maintain at least 6 months of living expenses and physical assets outside the banking grid. 4. The silent asset. As promised, let's talk about the asset the elites are hoarding. It's fractional physical silver. Why? Because in a total grid down or hyperinflation scenario, gold is too expensive for daily use. Silver is the people's money that will maintain its trade value when the digital dollar fails. The drums of war are getting louder, but the silence of the financial system is what should scare you the most. We are living through the end of an era. If you want to stay ahead of the 2026 reset, you need to be part of a community that sees the truth. Hit that like button if you're ready to take control of your future. Subscribe to Wealth Blueprint and turn on all notifications. Things are moving fast, and I'll be here every day to make sure your wealth stays in your hands. Stay sharp, stay prepared, and most importantly, stay wealthy. I'll see you in the next one.